Hey guys, how's it going? Chris here with AC, and today I am in Primm, Nevada, about 30 minutes outside Las Vegas. And behind me stands Desperado. It is part of Buffalo Bill's Hotel and Casino. The roller coaster hasn't operated since October of 2019, and then the hotel closed for the first time in March of 2020 because of the pandemic. And then in 2022, it did reopen, the hotel and casino. And then it closed again last year in 2025. Now, I did hear that it is open on select weekends because there's an arena and they hold concerts there. Somebody actually reached out to me recently and he said he was here like last week and the casino floor was open and they were booking rooms. So that is good to hear that it's not just completely abandoned in there. And then also I've heard that, and it's been actually seen, that they will periodically run maintenance cycles on the coaster just to keep it running if they ever do want to reopen it along with the hotel. Let's hope that happens soon. Anyway, there is a lot to talk about. I'm gonna walk around the coaster as much as I can and we'll talk about it, so let's go. When Desperado opened in 1994, it was the tallest, the fastest, and had the longest drop on any roller coaster in the world. The lift hill brought riders up to the height of 209 feet, dropping them into a tunnel. So the drop was 225 feet, and you reached a top speed of 80 miles per hour. Absolutely mind-boggling that a record-setting coaster was built out here in the middle of the desert. And then if we just look over here, this is the second hill after the drop that curves up. It goes down into a helix, and then you come into these series of bunny hills that come all the way across, and then finally into the Midcourse brakes. Let's walk around a little bit more and get a better look at this coaster. Here on the corner of Las Vegas Boulevard and Primm Boulevard to give you a look at it. And isn't it just beautiful, the hotel and the coaster? Got the Buffalo Bill sign over there. And you know, for the most part, the grounds don't look too bad. Can I even walk over here? It isn't even blocked off. I thought it might be blocked off. So if it's not, then I'll just walk over here if I can. Wow. It's a beautiful time of day right now. About an hour to sunset. Now this is only one of four hypercoasters that was built by Aerodynamics. Only 3 still standing and 2 still operating. We have the big one at Blackpool, and we have Magnum at Cedar Point. And then hopefully Desperado reopens at some point. So we have 3. Just gonna look at everything here. Oh yeah. It wasn't the smoothest of rides. I mean, if you've been on Magnum, you kind of understand. It's aero, but no, it's a coaster, it's a hypercoaster, and it's still a lot of fun. Here's that monorail. I think that thing closed like, I don't know when it closed, but it's been closed for even longer. See, we have water running here. So they're keeping things up, not completely abandoned. I've always loved that truss lift hill structure, kind of similar to X2, also by Aero. Just really neat. I'm hearing music over here. I don't know what's going on. Strange. Anyway, yeah, somebody's listening to music. Looking at the Midcourse brakes, there is quite a bit of rust there on the catwalk and the stairs coming down. But for the most part, you know, the coaster looks pretty good. And coming over here, where it went into this really awesome helix, you wrapped around the man-made rocks and then you went inside. Some nice tunnel action on this. Oh, here is a better look at the lift hill. Really, really miss this here. Coming around here. Oh, also the monorail, which I never have ever seen open, even when I was here in 2001, goes through and then comes over there and then just goes into nothing. There's just a bunch of dirt over there now. Let's come around more. This is a big area that this coaster takes up because it wraps all the way around the hotel. Over here you can see the station. Star of the Desert Arena parking. Yeah, that's the arena that I was talking about when they have these concerts here. It is not complete, like I keep saying this, but like I keep seeing like signs of life here, which is really, really nice. A closer look at where the track went back into the station. Oh, look at this. We have some of the logs for the flume just sitting there. Again, with where it goes back into the station. I'll just continue walking around. I've made it around to the other side. Good look at the lift hill and the drop. 60-degree drop, which at the time people thought was crazy. They even had pictures of the coaster, which made it look like it was even steeper. But yeah, and then over here around the building is the helix section. Let's get over there. Perhaps not a helix in the traditional sense, but the track dropped down and then back up into those bunny hills. Let's see if I can get a view of the bottom of the drop, but yeah, I can come around here. I haven't been here in a very long time, so this is almost new to me. I don't know how much I walked around when I was here in 2001. You know, with a giant building behind it, it doesn't look like 209 feet, but it is. I mean, it's tall if you take the building out of the equation, and then that tunnel, which actually goes under, like they have like some rock work and kind of makes it look like it goes underground. You got this trees and everything, and then popping out over here, like I was saying, comes up, curving into this hill, and then instantly curving back down and curving back up. I like how twisty this thing is, that it's not just a bunch of bunny hills. Oh yeah, you can see where it exits out over here. So as you saw, when I entered the property, there weren't any signs or anything blocking me from walking into the parking lot. But just as I made it over to the bottom of the drop here, a security vehicle rolled up. He was super cool. He just told me that, that I wasn't supposed to be in the area. And right as I walked out of the area, look at that there. Oops. And the tour continues, starting to look even prettier here as the sun starts to set. Nice bunny hills here. Sun going down behind the hills. Just trying to show as much of this as I can. It's pretty crazy to see such a short fence that is securing the coaster area. See, authorized personnel do not enter. But, you know, in theory, you could just climb over this and, I don't know, climb up the coaster. I'm not saying to do that. It's just like, I'm so used to, especially like what in California, you'd have a really tall fence around here. Yeah, it's pretty strange that they don't have any fences over here if they wanted to keep people out, but anyway, it was a innocent mistake. Here's a last look at things before it gets dark, and well, I finished my lap. Actually, one more thing. I just was walking over here to show you the Buffalo Bills sign, and then I saw this. I hope this doesn't mean that everything is gonna go away. Does anybody know anything? I'm gonna do some research after I get home. But here we are with the really cool Buffalo Bills sign. Pretty iconic as you're driving into Vegas. All right, guys, well, that does it from here at Buffalo Bills and Desperado. Thank you very much for watching. If you've been on Desperado, drop a comment down below. Let me know about your experience and your thoughts about it, maybe going away forever or maybe reopening. If you don't already subscribe to the channel, please consider subscribing to the channel. And if you enjoyed this video and you didn't already see it because I'm posting it before this video, I did a video on Speed the Ride where I walked around the site where the track is, and then I went over to where they were supposed to build it, and then I went over to the Sahara where it used to be. So if you like these kind of videos, I'm gonna try to make more of these. I do construction videos for a bunch of parks in Southern California. Anyway, thank you. I'll see you again really soon. Take care. Bye now.